Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome you to the Adopt a River's 5th annual conference themed Connecting the Dots, Harnessing Technology and Innovation. I am Alicia James Perez, Communications Officer with the Adopt a River program, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today. This year's conference explores the successful utilization of technology in environmental management with an emphasis on building resilience to the impacts of drought, the mitigation of flood impacts, and even highlights ways to survive the pandemic. During this pandemic, the Adopt a River program was able to maintain relationships and to continue our mandate of environmental awareness and education through the use of social media and other innovative tools. We would also like to present at this year's conference more inspired technology as we saw over the last 2 years, the ability of Mother Nature to restore rivers and other areas to pristine conditions that allowed wildlife to flourish. Our presenters this year are all very knowledgeable about their varying fields, and we are certain that their presentations will be very insightful and informative. Should you need further clarification on any of the presentations, you are invited to send your questions or comments right here on the Teams platform, as we have our officers and also our presenters standing by, eager to interact with you. Ladies and gentlemen, to officially welcome you to our conference, the Senior Manager of the Water Resources Agency, Mr. Keith Meade.
Greetings to the Honorable Minister of Public Utilities, Mr. Martin Gonzalez, all officials of the Ministry of Public Utilities and other government agencies, the Water and Sewerage Authority, the Water Resources Agency, specially invited guests, and other presenters. We are happy to have you all here to participate in our 5th annual conference, themed Connecting the Dots, Harnessing Technology and Innovation. On behalf of the Water and Sewerage Authority, the Water Resources Agency, the Adopt a River Program Implementation Unit, and its steering committee and its secretariat, a very warm welcome. Adopt a River is an initiative developed by the Water and Sewerage Authority, funded by Green Fund of the Ministry of Planning and Development, and administered through its Water Resources Agency. It involves communities and corporate entities engaged in sustainable activities aimed at improving the health of rivers and watersheds in Trinidad and Tobago. Among the many issues facing the water environment, such as watershed degradation and depletion of the water resources, climate change and flooding are becoming more and more prominent. It is projected that climate change and weather variability will increase the severity of the wet and dry seasons. In the coming years, we can expect more intense but shorter rainfall events and longer dry spells. In the Caribbean, temperature indices are also increasing, while rainfall patterns have become more variable. In particular, the frequency of warm days, warm nights, and extremely high temperatures have increased throughout the region. Overall, the Caribbean is expected to experience an increasing drying trend, with increasing drought risk, shorter rainy seasons, and longer, more severe droughts. In late 2009-2010, the region experienced its worst ever drought in 50 years, with severe impacts across many sectors. The Water Resources Agency and the Meteorological Services Division of the Ministry of Public Utilities projects for Trinidad and Tobago that rainfall can decrease by as much as 30% below the long-term average in a dry year. Climate change projections reveal that by 2015, Trinidad and Tobago will experience a 14% reduction in rainfall and a 5% increase in potential evaporation. By 2100, rainfall will further reduce to 21%, and potential evaporation increase to a further 8%. Major hurricanes with higher rainfall rates and stronger winds are already occurring, and increases in frequency and intensity of major hurricanes is projected to increase, accompanied by storm surges. Flooding as an extreme event linked to climate change has become progressively evident in the Caribbean due to an increase in the number of intense rainfall events. Due to accelerating climate change, the increasing frequency of natural disasters, and declining freshwater resources, there is increasing urgency to solve these problems. As our water system problems become increasingly complex, we need to deploy appropriate technology and other means available to us to improve our understanding, research, and management of this precious and limited resource. Modern-day science and technology provides vast opportunities to better understand and seek solutions to these issues. To this end, the Community Flood Early Warning System, or CFEWS, in Trinidad and Tobago, a collaborative project between the Water Resources Agency, the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government, and the Red Cross Society of Trinidad and Tobago, was initiated. This project was driven by the need to warn communities of impending floods and droughts, and uses technology to allow for effective communication by providing adequate warning to support flood response and relief efforts, thereby reducing the impacts of flooding. In 2021, this project earned the Distinguished President's Award for Innovation and Excellence in the Public Sector. In its continuous application of appropriate technology, the Water Resources Agency continues to expand on real-time monitoring. Such remote monitoring allows for decreases in costs, greater efficiency in water resources allocation, and a redirection of labor for other key activities such as the analysis of data and research. Isotope hydrology will also be used to trace the origin of our water resources. Staff have already been trained in the use of this technology by the International Atomic Energy Agency, and an isotope hydrology lab will be set up this year to carry out the required analyses. These initiatives will help us to identify additional sources of water and help to protect our recharge areas. It should be noted that these technological initiatives will go a long way to supporting integrated water resources management, which is a process which promotes the coordinated development and management of water, land, and related resources in order to maximize economic and social welfare in an economic manner, without compromising the sustainability of vital ecosystems and the environment. For integrated water resources management to be truly effective, there is a need for this continuous collaborative approach to managing the water resources by all stakeholders. At this, our 5th annual conference, let us therefore come together to connect the dots by harnessing technology and innovation to unlock the vast opportunities as we better understand and seek solutions for the issues facing the water environment. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Meade.